Hey guys, Steampo here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I've effectively completed my Astragoth Iron Hand campaign here. So it's kind of turned 79. This campaign was long over, way before it turned 79. So let's just have a quick overview of the territory here. So that's all mine, all the way down here, or all the way there. Money are solid, so we're making about 42,000. Lots of raw materials, lots of armaments. We own everything here. We've confederated everyone. We didn't lose any legendary lords. We have armies everywhere. Guys, the moment you unlock the Drakequake mortars, this campaign is effectively over. Like, there's no one else is going to challenge you. No one really stands a chance. You just bombard them into oblivion. But what really was the backbone of this campaign was the Chaos Dwarf Warriors. They are unbelievable. Them, paired with Hobgoblin Archers, crazy, crazy good. I cannot overstate the importance. Not a fan of the Hobgoblin Cutthroats, but they do their job, right? But these guys, absolute standouts. They're so bloody good. Majority of the campaign, I just had I keep calling him Drazwa, Astragoth with like 5 heroes. That's been the majority of the campaign. Late in the campaign, I got these, and then the rest of these guys. I only had like 1 or 2 of these units. I think just the one you start with. He doesn't need it. He's a one-man doom stack, effectively, as soon as you get him through his magical line there. Just jump in the blob, drop Flamestorm, or what is it called, the hammer of the Hellhammer, and it just absolutely obliterates everyone. I think the most issue I've had was with the anti-large, with this guy here, with Ungram, but aside from that, smooth campaign. I had this old faction, and it was just 3 armies of 20 stack of just shades and like 3 ballistas, and had like 3 of those armies that terrorized me here for a bit, but this guy dealt with them quite easily. He just got bombed into oblivion. Now this campaign started off really bad because I play very aggressively, and I eliminated Grimgore by like turn 8 or 9, and you'll see later in this video, so I'll do a complete guide from like turn 0 to like turn 30. I obliterated Grimgore by like turn 9, and then they declared war on me. I forgot his name. But yeah, so Kolak Soundeater declared war on me, so I had to deal with him, and then by the time I was finished with Kolak, I bumped into Archaon, wiped him out, wiped out Boris, wiped out the Skaven faction here, and then I was smooth sailing. Meanwhile, Ungrim declared war on me, and then I went to fight him. It wasn't until the end that I went and I cleared the ogres here, and now I'm like well into Cathay from there. I'm about to push into Cathay from here as soon as I smack this guy here. So overall, smooth campaign. Sit back and enjoy, and don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. First things first, we're gonna start with legendary and very hard difficulty here. First step is to eliminate the generic orc faction there. They're not too hard to deal with, though I suggest you do the first battle manually, because you'll walk away with a lot less casualties, and then from there on you can just auto-resolve your way all the way up to Gringor, and if you're lucky maybe you might even auto-resolve Gringor. So first 10 turns are imperative that you recruit a full stack, and also at the end of the first 2 turns you want to have 2 generic lords with you as well. Not the wizards, you just want normal generic lords, because they hold the line a lot better and they're a lot tankier. So I recruited one as turn 2, and I'm going to recruit another one at turn 3, because they will then march up with you, and because you'll be fighting stack after stack of Grimgore, they will do a superb job. Also on the first settlement, I would not recruit a barracks for the hobgoblins, because you'll get it at the second settlement. So on the first one you may want to go for Money Pit, and then you want to force rush the hobgoblin building there, because they'll give you the goblin recruitment. Okay, once you're done with everything and you've got your technologies, for the technologies I would recommend you go for the ones that lowers the Hobgoblin upkeep, and also the first generic one for the Chaos Dwarf warriors, because they are going to be your bread and butter going forward. Them and the Hobgoblin archers will serve you through this campaign. There's no need to recruit any other unit all the way up until you unlock the Dreadquake batteries, because by then the campaign will be over. Anyway, so here we're going to move up on the generic Orc faction. They're not too bad to deal with. I play very aggressively. I want to get to Grimgore as fast as we can and get him down. So now it's turn 7. By turn 8 we'll have taken the second generic Orc faction, and then we'll go and declare war on Grimgore. Now the benefits of declaring a war on Grimgore early is because his armies, and he's got like 4 or 5 of them, they will not, mind you that's by turn 10, right? He's got like 4 or 5 armies. They won't spill over on your territory, and they can only come through 2 ways at you, because you'll have 4 settlements at this stage, which means all of his forces are going to be funneled and you just have to stay there and fight them off one by one. Okay, so turn 9 here is a turning point, because we'll now start marching on to Grimgore here. As you see, we're marching and recruiting at the same time. By the time you fight your first battle with Grimgore, you should have recruited a full stack there. So as you can see, here I'll opt for the Pyrrhic victory. I lost 2 of the Chaos Dwarfs, but that's fine. We just got to keep pushing through and marching on Grimgore, and we're just going to keep recruiting as we go. So the 2 lords will help you immensely in terms of the auto-resolving potential. Once you get rid of Grimgore, the rest of the armies are fairly straightforward to deal with. That is why I took the loss on the 2 Chaos Dwarfs, because I knew I'll head back there eventually and recruit them anyway. So there was no issue there about losing them, and also it saves you a lot of time as well. Though if you're someone that, you know, has more time, then you can just fight them manually and you won't use those 2 Chaos Dwarfs, but I was able to get them back in the next 2-3 turns anyway. So from here on, we'll just continue pushing south. Unfortunately for me, Kolak Sanira declared war on me for some reason, whereas usually they don't. But anyway, he declared war, and I was then stuck fighting on 2 fronts. And the beauty of this is all of these settlements are only T1 settlements, so you don't have to worry about losing them. You won't lose any sleep over it, put it that way. So by the time Kolak started coming down, he only took that top settlement there, and that was worth nothing to me anyway. Though getting rid of Grimgore before he snowballs is a lot more valuable. So here we just ignored Kolak for a little bit, leveled up all my lords, continued recruiting as we were going down, and now at turn 14 is where he actually declared, sorry, turn 13 was actually declared war. But as you can see here, we're still powering down there, and Grimgore only has 1 settlement left, so we'll just keep going. What I tried to do over there was I could have just used the underway and jumped across. I didn't. I wanted to recover a bit of health before I got there, but also I want to see where Kolak will go. And you see there my other 2 Bull Centaur heroes caught up as well. So Astragoth got a little bit stronger as well. And there I recruited another lord who served essentially as a taxi for my Dwarf Chaos Warriors units. And I also unlocked more Chaos Warriors along the way. So as I said, if you lose them, it's not really end of the world. As you can see, that guy there is just keeps recruiting Chaos Dwarf Warriors. I'm telling you, they are the bread and butter of your campaign. They are so good. Now that we sort of eliminated Grimgore and it's turn 15, we'll now turn our sights on Kolak. Now Grimgore was effectively done by turn 12. His armies were gone, so we just had to finish him off. Now we are moving up to Kolak Sanira. As you can see there, we already have 1 full stack of Astragoth, and we have incoming Dwarf Warriors coming. One other thing that I forgot to mention is, for your generic Lord skills there, you want to have them pick the skill that makes the Hobgoblin Archers a lot cheaper. So here we smack Kolak Sanira once, we take some chaff unit casualties, we recruit everything, regroup. Once again, if you do fight this manually, you get away with a lot less casualties. But I was doing this as a speed run, just testing out the route. If we go down the Chaos Way, see how it turns out. It turns out that it is actually pretty good. Like, the campaign goes a lot smoother because straight away you secure yourself territory that you will not get flanked from anywhere else. The ogres don't declare war on you. I actually declared war on them around turn 70, so you're safe there, and also you're covered by the other Chaos Dwarfs on your right. So really, once you get up to where Kislev is, you have no worries whatsoever. That's all territory that's going to be guarded 24/7. So it's a good way to go there, but it's also a double-edged sword because you're killing off potential allies there. So it's entirely up to you how you want to progress this. If Kolak did not declare war on me, I wouldn't have gone down that route, but that's where we found ourselves, right? So next up, we are going to go and try and take care of this of his last settlement there. By this point, as you can see there, we took some casualties, but not much. All you gotta do is just recruit. He won't attack you if you're strong enough. He'll just linger outside the settlement there. And then by turn 20, what is it, 22 now, is essentially his GG. Like, he's got nothing left. He's got one army left to throw at us, and we can auto-resolve as a decisive victory. So this is a pivotal moment in the campaign because I've passed down the whole army to the generic lord that had the skill of having the hobgoblins reduced. I've passed everything to him. I've taken Astragoth and some Bull Centaur heroes, and I'll be taking Astragoth back south to fight with Ungrim and his armies because it's just a matter of time before they declare war on you, or in this case I declare war on them first. For the next 5 turns, essentially, I'm just going through the Chaos Wastes and clearing out any resistance. As I said before, this is a double-edged sword because you are eliminating potential allies, but I feel like it's better to have that territory secured rather than risking Archaon declaring war on you later, which has happened to me multiple times. In terms of what I do with Astragoth, as you can see here, I'm pushing him down south, and I'll be eventually recruiting some Centaurs there. I'm not a huge fan unless they're fully upgraded because they die off very easily to artillery and archer units. I did find though the Bull Centaur heroes, I don't know why I keep calling them Centaurs, the Bull Centaur heroes to be a lot more efficient because they're a single entity. They do get bogged down as well though, but their survivability is a lot higher. All you need essentially is someone to distract the enemy and blow them up while Astragoth is just dropping spells on top of their head. That's all it is. So his army, he doesn't really need any artillery, he doesn't need any units. All he needs is just a few heroes, and then essentially he's like, you know, one hero doom stack pretty much. The rest is just there to distract enemies. So here, as you see, I've recruited 3 Bull Centaur units. Very expensive. I would not recommend it. Stick with just heroes, and I think they'll do just as good of a job. I don't think there was any instances where they actually came and helped me out. So there, Ungrim declared war on me, and I just kept Astragoth there just to guard the way. I didn't move him back or forth. Meanwhile, these guys were going down and clearing territory for me, so therefore I wasn't really pressed. I could just afford to have Astragoth there just recruiting and just chilling out, waiting for Ungrim to come. At turn 33, we're about to finish off Archaon here. We've taken all his territory. He only had 1 building and he had a couple of vessels, but he's not really a threat if you catch him off early in the game. Plus, Chaos Dwarfs are really good against other Chaos factions, so defeating Archaon was easy peasy there, as you'll see here. So I had to fight this one manually because it was giving me Pyrrhic victory and I was losing too many units, and that deep in the Chaos Waste I had no chance of re-recruiting him. Here you'll see I was able to do the Astragoth quest battle quite easily with only like a handful of units. Once again, the heroes are absolute clutch. But the best thing about this is once you deal with the 3 armies that ambush the train, or 2 I believe it is, the 3rd one is the last one that comes in. Once the train is out of the point there, all you gotta do is just survive. So you don't even have to fight the orcs if you don't want to. So I'll show you here. As you can see, we're about to get swarmed here, and all I'm doing is just trying to bait them into chasing me. They're not fast enough to catch up to us. Just gotta make sure that you don't get bogged down. And the Bull Centaurs get bogged down so easily, so you gotta be very, very careful here. Once again, as you can see, they're chasing me. I'm dropping bombardment and ordnance on them and just thinning out the numbers, and then in the end you just end up winning the battle. So it's just a race against time essentially. The next turn, 10 turns, I'm just using Astragoth to harass the crap out of Ungrim until my other armies get there. What you'll see here is using Ungrim alone, it just takes out most of, using Astragoth alone takes out most of Ungrim's army. He's that bloody good. In my personal opinion, he's better than Drazoth. I like him better than Drazoth. I know a lot of people will argue Drazoth is better, and look, I think it comes down to your playstyle. I feel like Astragoth is a lot more nimbler. He doesn't have a mount, so he doesn't get shot to pieces. He's very fast also. He can get in and out of blobs very easily. And also can go toe to toe with Ungrim as well. So very, very, very strong legendary lord. Anyways, guys, that more or less should cover your Chaos Dwarf campaign as Astragoth Iron Hand. Once your armies essentially arrive there, if you do decide to go down the Chaos Waste and come back, from that point on, you just, the world's your oyster. Where do you want to go? After the ogres, you want to go and finish off dwarfs, you want to go after the vampires. By the way, Chaos Dwarfs are a massive hard counter to vampires. Like, those Flame Archers absolutely melt them, and the Chaos Dwarf Warriors just hold the line so well. I think any flame sort of, they're very weak to flame, right? So, as I said, it's a very fun campaign. It favors aggressive players, and then after turn 40, you essentially just spiral out of controls. The moment you unlock those the Dreadquake or mortars or whatever they call it, you're just absolutely rolling over everything. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time and I hope to catch you next video. Peace.